everybody, welcome to Friday. It is Friday, although we're filming Thursday.
Yeah.
I'm very confused already today. This is Cocktail Corner, as it normally is on a Friday.
It will be.
Don't do close-ups on us, don't go too close to the telly or whatever today, because you're covered in little flecks of white paint.
And you've got specks all over your glasses.
All over the glasses, yeah. We've been doing ceiling today, and we're in the process of painting the kitchen and getting a blind as well. I know, about time. So we thought we needed to do a cocktail. The ceiling is drying. We need to wet ourselves down a bit, I think. Really, right? Okay. So we are going to do a Clover club.
Sounds very
posh. Yeah. Nothing to do with Clover, but it's one of the Prohibition ones from the late 1920s.
Right.
Kind of died out. It's very popular, or was very popular in Philadelphia, I believe.
Okay.
Okay. Then kind of died out and now come back. Okay. But this has to be done in two stages because we're going to need a raspberry syrup.
Yep.
To go in this. So it's a very simple recipe for the actual syrup. It's a very simple recipe for the cocktail.
But you have to do it in this.
Yeah. Right now we're going to do this. There's an easy way of doing that, and this is basically getting some sugar syrup, getting some raspberries, macerating in a minute, and that will do.
Right.
But we're doing it the slightly longer way.
Posh
way. So we've got our little heater out at the moment. Got a saucepan. We need 1 cup of.
Sorry, I've got anything to stir with. I just thought that's all. 1 cup
of sugar. Half a cup of water and half a cup of raspberries.
We're using our American measures, but
we are.
If you've got a cup, any cup, as long as you stick to your measurements, it should work with whatever. So if you want to use a mug, you can use a mug. Just make sure that you use the same size mug to measure all of it. Exactly,
yeah. It's basically one size of sugar and then half as much of fruit and half as much of water. So you're making quite a concentrated sugar syrup, but obviously we're putting fresh raspberries in it. Why not? The idea of this is once this has all been measured out, stick it in a saucepan, dissolve the sugar in the water, put the raspberries in, mash them up until they become a kind of a coulis, and then we're going to put them in a sieve it through so we've got just the syrup.
So a cup of sugar.
Yep.
It doesn't say any specific sugar, does it?
No, because you're melting it down, makes no difference.
Half a cup of water.
Yep. Any old water will do.
Wet stuff usually works better.
Wet water works better than dry water, although we're going to be discussing dry and wet later. We are, and that's not just the paint on the ceiling either. Okay.
Half a cup of water.
Yeah, lovely.
And half a cup of raspberries.
Yeah, I reckon that's probably a punnet. It's a punnet. Bung some more raspberries in. The more raspberry you got in, the more flavour you got. You can't exactly have a couple of odd raspberries.
It's only a small thing of raspberries anyway. It's 125 grams.
It's fine.
We're using.
So that's all you need to know right now. Let's just bubble this down, and then we'll pop back and show you what to do next. Okay, so that's your raspberry sauce. Just gently infusing, really. It's just a medium heat. You're going to put it down to low now, and pretty much done. So now we've got to sieve it and put it into a little jar. The reason for that is obviously there's quite a lot of it here, we won't need it all in one go. And I'll show you a little tip for that in a second. What are you doing? Excuse me. Go on, stand there. We're supposed to be making cocktails, not you eating all the syrup. Come on. Right. So, this is our syrup that we've now, sieved with a fine sieve.
Sieved to the best of our ability.
Yeah, got most of the stuff out of it, and we chilled it down.
Yeah.
So that's why you were by the sink, because we put some ice in the sink and chilled it down.
Water bath.
Yeah. And that is your raspberry syrup. Once it's completely cold, we can use it for cocktails. It's pretty cold now, it's doing pretty well.
It's very cold.
Yeah.
It's blood.
Obviously there's quite a lot of it, and you don't necessarily need that for a couple of cocktails. So we're going to hopefully preserve it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do that with a little bit of vodka, which just kind of adds to the rest of the cocktail anyway. So quite a lot of it. Normally you say half an ounce, but I'd say an ounce because quite a lot of.
Okay, so should we take out what we need for the cocktail?
No, that's fine.
No?
No, why not?
Well, because I don't know if this would go in there. If
it doesn't, then that's fine. But
so you want me to put an ounce of vodka into there?
Yeah. The cocktail itself doesn't have vodka in it. It's a gin-based cocktail, but because the vodka is in the syrup, strictly speaking it is. This obviously acts as a preservative. I'm not sure how long it will last in the fridge, but it'll last a darn sight longer in a couple of days.
Yeah.
There we go. So we're going to just pour this into a jar and then you can stick it in the fridge. Once it's chilled down, we'll come back and make a cocktail. Right then, darling, it's been chilling for a little while. About a minute, really, but in reality. Okay, so we're going to get out a glass from the fridge.
Right.
The idea is they're chilled, okay? Obviously we use quite large glasses, so we're doubling up everything to make one large one of these, but theoretically you'll see the ingredients and the measurements.
Yeah.
How you make it is
I
yourself.
don't know why we ended up with big glasses.
I don't know, they're booby glasses. All I can say is you must understand big boob stuff.
I don't know, but I didn't buy big ones.
Marie Antoinette was never that big, I'll tell you that.
Right.
Right, okay, so we are going to do something which you've never done before.
Nope.
We're going to do a dry shake.
Ooh.
I know. Now, you can actually put all this together with some ice in there, shake it all up, jobs are good.
Right.
But people say it's better if you dry shake. Okay?
Right.
So I'll explain. There is also a wet shake, there's also a reverse shake, which we'll discuss it another day.
Okay.
All very complicated. We may sit down and do that on a live chat one day. So, a dry shake, no ice.
Right.
No ice, like a magic trick. So, to that, you put in your ingredients. So, we've doubled everything up. So, it's lemon juice, which is 1 ounce, am I right? Which is, from what I can make out, is pretty much a juice of 1 fresh lemon.
Yeah.
Same with the sugar syrup. I'll just check on the measurement of that because they're doubling everything up. Yep, so it's 1 ounce of the
Sugar.
raspberry sugar syrup we just made.
Yep.
There you go.
Lovely colour.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice one this, you'll like this one. Because we're doubling everything up, you can't leave that alone, can you? You can pour out an ice cream. You can put an ice cream, why not?
Good.
Theoretically, you should have 2 ounces of gin, but we're going to do 4.
Right.
Because it's a big glass, honestly, that's the only reason.
We had a gin cocktail for a little while.
No, well, about time we brought them back. That's one sizable amount of gin. But considering the fact there's actually very little to knock this back now. Right, okay, now, something we've not done before, we are using egg white. Okay, just richly fresh egg, we just cracked and separated. We'll use the yolks in an omelette or something later on. Because we're doubling up, there's these 2 egg whites, sorry.
Yeah.
2 egg whites? Yeah.
Yeah.
2 egg whites. Again, because we've got to double everything up, so normally it'd be 1 egg white for a normal sized glass.
Right.
Pop those into the shaker. Now, please remember, you are using fresh eggs.
Yeah.
Raw egg.
Not if you're pregnant.
Not if you're pregnant, not if you've got food allergies, all those kind of things.
You won't be drinking if you're pregnant anyway, so.
Well, probably not, but you know.
But immunosuppressed.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. So it is a bit, not dangerous, but you know, got to think about these things. A bit wary.
Be sensible.
You are putting alcohol in it.
Yeah.
So now you have to shake that vigorously, and I mean vigorously, for about a minute. If you go, yeah, like I said, and make sure you've got it sealed together. Well done. I'll take the blame for that, love. All right. Someone's got to. The whole point is you're kind of making a meringue. If you think about the meringue, you are beating an egg white to within an inch of its life. You are now shaking an egg white to within an inch of its life.
I can hear it getting frothy.
Okay, let me carry on. So, if you go to a bar, quite often they will have a kind of
I told
an
you,
egg
you
white
shouldn't do
substitute.
it like that.
An egg white substitute, yeah? It's fine. What it is. Because we got a lot in here, obviously. Doubled up.
Yeah, I think we need to get a bigger cocktail shaker, to be fair.
Or smaller glasses would be good. Okay, so now this, theoretically, pour it into something else. Do we have another jug? Oh, actually, we can pour it into another. We've got a spare glass. So. Oh, look, that does make a glass. Right, so that is the actual cocktail,
Right.
but it's not cold. So we need to open that and put some ice in it and put that back in for about 10-15 seconds. Okay, so we're
Bit of
back.
ice in there.
Some ice in there, pour that back into there.
Oh god. That was a very decisive move there,
It
John.
was, wasn't it? It had to be. Sit it back up again with your lid and just give it a little shake, just to cool it down a bit. I said, theoretically you can put it all in one go. The problem is when you do it all in one go, is that egg white doesn't really work with ice. So when you dry shake it, you get more foam. Even though you're now going to just cool it down a bit, it's not quite as bad as when you put ice in completely and you try and do it all in one go. That'll be fine.
Pour it into a fresh glass.
Yeah, I'll put it in a fresh glass. There you go. So you should still have foam, but maybe not quite as much now. There you go. And that is a Clover Club. Add as a garnish, some little raspberries on the side. There we go. Perfect. One Clover Club. We'll take a photograph. We'll give it a taste.
It looks lovely.
Right then, we've got the photographs. Give it a taste.
I don't really want to.
It's too pretty, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is actually too pretty. It's a lovely looking one. There's quite a few recipes with this idea of foam on the top.
It's lush.
Yeah, I thought you might like this one. I thought you had a funny thing you like this one. You've had a couple of cocktails recently you weren't that keen on.
No.
Explain, we'll have a drink. Go on.
Lemon. It absolutely smacks of lemon.
It's a very sharp drink, but
Yeah.
the sweetness comes
But
through.
yeah, it's sort of balanced.
And then you get
That
the raspberry after.
the smoothness because of the egg.
Yeah,
It's like it's
good
like
one, isn't it?
foam. It's foamy.
Yeah.
It's smoothie.
you can. There's another way of shaking stuff, which actually literally creates a whole foam cocktail, which is a bit like puddings, but that's we're kind of halfway there at the moment.
That is delish.
Yeah, good one that. Honestly, try this. I know
I know you said there's a lot of gin in it, but you wouldn't.
you don't notice it.
No, it's not
No.
like wham with
But
syrup.
again, that's probably most cocktails. You don't realise how much is really in one. Glad we're not driving today.
No.
So give this one a try. And yes, it got a bit messy because we had an awful lot of stuff in our shaker.
I think our shaker's quite small
Yeah.
and our glasses are quite big, so we're not really.
You need to change a few things around.
Yeah,
We changed in the kitchen around. We're going to change a few other
Yeah,
things
we're
around.
getting there eventually.
So please subscribe. Please hit the notification bell. Do all those things. Come and join me on Big OGGIE Golf. Even if you don't play golf, because we need the numbers. And you and me and you, Kelly and I, and you.
Big OGGIE World.
Big OGGIE World.
World watchers, come and unite.
I'm going to have to do this one again on the live. I think it's quite a fun one. Isn't it?
That
Yeah,
is
I'll let you have it.
absolutely,
Yeah, you can have it.
completely a summer cocktail though. Can you imagine that?
Anything
Sat in
that's
the
fruity with a summer
garden,
cocktail.
sat in the garden with the sun
Good one.
blazing down. It'd be perfect.
A good one. So that's it. Another Friday, another cocktail corner is done and dusted.
Another week done.
We need to cut the drink and have a lie down because tomorrow we're off to go and plan a golf day.
Yeah, and hopefully next week when we come back for cocktail corner, the kitchen will be almost complete. Fingers
Hopefully,
crossed.
hopefully. Maybe I'll come up with something really fancy for that one. Slippery nipple?
No,
No, still kind of won't do it.
not happening.
Bye everybody. See you soon.
Bye.